الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. We thank Almighty Allah, the most merciful, the most beneficent, the most gracious, the master of dominion. We thank you for everything. We seek your forgiveness. We seek your help. We seek your refuge in misdeed of our own souls and from the misdeed of our own deeds. May Almighty Allah protect every one of us. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we thank Almighty Allah for a great opportunity, for making it possible to witness this year 2024 Ramadan. Ramadan 2024, for the opportunity that Almighty Allah gave us to witness it. May Almighty Allah accept it for us as an act of ibadah. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, we said Ramadan, verily Ramadan is an institute. Ramadan is a big word, institute, that we learn a lot of things in it. We just remind ourselves what are the major things that we learn in Ramadan, and then what are the major things we are supposed to do after Ramadan. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, if we don't forget, in the Quran, Almighty Allah says, بعد الاستعاذة وبسملة يا أيها الذين آمنوا, who you have believed, كتب عليكم الصيام. We have ordained Ramadan for you, as we have prescribed it for those who are before you, لعلكم تتقون, so that you can become a pious, you can become a fearer of Almighty Allah. That is one of the lessons we learn from Ramadan, is what? Fearing of Almighty Allah. We as a Muslim, we have to fear Almighty Allah all the time. It is not restricted only in Ramadan. Fearing of Almighty Allah is not majorly in Ramadan. It is only Ramadan. No. When Ramadan left, you can do anything you like. No. That Almighty Allah that you feared in Ramadan is the Lord that is alive afterward, after Ramadan. One of the lessons that we learn from Ramadan is what? Taqwa Allah, fearing of Almighty Allah. That is what Almighty Allah says in the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, Quran 5. Almighty Allah, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Verily, Allah accepts only from those who are the ones, who are the pious, the fearers of Almighty Allah. It is only one that fears Almighty Allah is the one that Almighty Allah will accept from. The Almighty Allah accepts from every one of us. You fear the Almighty Allah in Ramadan, continue to fear Him after Ramadan. Continue to fear Him wherever you are. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in the one hadith, ittaqullaha haythuma kuntum. Wherever you are, fear Almighty Allah. Wherever you are, fear Almighty Allah. That is what Almighty Allah says. Verily, verily, Allah accepts only from those who are fear Almighty Allah. May Almighty Allah count us among the pious people. Fear of Almighty Allah. This is one of the points that we learn from what? From Ramadan. Secondly, al-mudawamatu wal-istimraru ala ta'ati wa ibadatihi. Ibadallah. Persistence and continuity in obey Almighty Allah and worship Almighty Allah all the time. Worship your Lord. You have to obey your Lord all the time. Don't be Ramadaniya. You fear your Almighty Allah in Ramadan. You followed your Almighty Allah in Ramadan, but after Ramadan, no, you forget your Lord. Don't do that. You as a good Muslim, as a good believer. That's what Almighty Allah prescribes in the Quran, Surah Al-Mu'minun. Almighty Allah says, "Qad aflaha al-mu'minun." Those of you that you have total belief in Ramadan, Almighty Allah says, "Qad aflaha al-mu'minun." The believers have succeeded. Alladhina hum fi salatihim khashi'un. Those who are offered, those who observe their prayers with full submissive to Almighty Allah. Subhanallah. Don't forget in Ramadan, we have committed ourselves in 5 daily obligatory prayer. After Ramadan? Continue doing this after Ramadan. We have to follow Almighty Allah after Ramadan as we follow Him in what? In Ramadan. Almighty Allah continues. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. And those who stay away, those who abstain from dirty, those who abstain from falsehood, those who stay away from evil failed talk, different talking, evil talk, obscenity, all the things that Almighty Allah has forbidden us. Almighty Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ. Those who are taken away, those who are abstain from what Almighty Allah forbids. Don't forget what Almighty Allah forbids for us. And in Ramadan, all of us left it. Are we supposed to go back to eat after Ramadan? Are we supposed to go back to what we left in Ramadan? It is not good, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Almighty Allah continues, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ. Those who are paying their what? As zakat. And Almighty Allah continues, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. And those who are protect their chastity, subhanallah, those who are protect their private part from illegal sexual acts, those who are protect their private part, majority of us, we left all this attitude in Ramadan. We left this illegal sexual attitude in Ramadan. As you left it in Ramadan, do not go back there after Ramadan. Never go back there after Ramadan. What you learn from Ramadan, you have to apply it after Ramadan. That is what Allah says, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Very Almighty Allah will accept from those who are fear Almighty Allah. Fear Almighty Allah whenever you have my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. إِلَّا عَلَىٰ أَزْوَاجِهِمْ. Except for their wives. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Fornication, as we left it in Ramadan, left it after Ramadan, leave it after Ramadan. Another one, it is what? Al-infaq fi wujuhil khair wa musa'adatul fuqara. Spending on charitable causes and helping the poor. We all know the way we assisted each other in Ramadan. After Ramadan, let us continue. Let us continue assist the poor after Ramadan. Those who are less privileged, we have to assist them. Let us assist ourselves. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Another one is al-muwadhabatu ala qiyam al-layli, regularly in night prayer. Night prayer, subhanallah. We know how we committed ourselves in Tarawih. We know how we committed ourselves in Qiyam al-Layl, especially last 10 days of Ramadan. After Ramadan, we should keep doing it. We Almighty Allah accept it from us. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to stand at night until his feet swollen. And the Aisha radiyallahu anha, Allah pleased with her, said, "Oh Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, limadha tasna'u hadha? Why are you doing this? Don't you know what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to reply in her?" He said that, Aisha said that, "Why are you doing this?" Because they have forgiven you all your previous and what you do. In what? In sin. قَدْ غَفَرَ اللَّهُ لَكَ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِكَ وَمَا تَأَخَّرَ. You have been forgiven all the previous sins and what you be committed. Don't you know what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to reply? He said, "Hafala akunu habedan shakura." Shall I not be grateful servants? Shall I not be a what? A grateful servant. When can't you be a what? Grateful servant? My dear brother and sister in Islam. Another one is what? Al-Iktharu min al-dhikri. A lot of remembrance, a lot of istighfar and duha. Ad-duha. Another one, tilawat to the Quran, reading of Holy Quran. Reading of Quran. Many of us, in fact, we see among them that's complete maybe 4 or 5 Qurans in Ramadan. And throughout of the year, hardly you can see him to read one juz from the Holy Quran. Reading of the Holy Quran is one of the things that we learn from the Ramadan. Continue doing it after Ramadan. Memorization of the Quran. It is something that we have to do. And not only that, atadabburu, cogitating about the Quran, meditating of the Quran. You have to think deep in the Quran, not just read Quran only. If you read Quran and you memorize it and you are working towards what you learn from it, you will see that your life will be changed totally. May Almighty Allah change our life is to positive. Lastly, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, siyamu nawafil or siyamu tatawu'at, the voluntary fasting. There are many voluntary fasting, like Monday, Thursday, like a 13, 14, 15, Lunar man, like Yawm Ashura, and so on and so forth. But what we want to bring up there is what? Sittatu Shawwal. That Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whoever fasts Ramadan and then follows it with the seal from the Shawwal, they will give it reward as if as he used all his lifetime to fast to Almighty Allah. This is another opportunity for us, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. These are the things, and others we learn from what? From Ramadan. As we committed ourselves with all this in Ramadan, let us continue doing it after Ramadan. May Almighty Allah forgive every one of us. May Almighty Allah accept it for us as an act of ibadah.